Hey, Saji Waji had a beard. Saji Waji has some hair. Oh no.
Hey guys! Oh, hey! I had a baby a month ago. Actually, it'll be 5 weeks in 3 days, which means it's the Wednesday before his 5-week birth anniversary. Anywho, I had a healthy baby boy so far. It appears he can hear. It appears he can see. My little... Oh, wait. Let me get him. Honey. Oh, no. This is him, guys. Meet Saj. What? Look. Say hi. Say hi. Don't every time they see you, you're crying, Mia. Okay. So, oh, Saj. He's a little fussy gussy. You okay? First up, I only have him on the shirt because this shirt has been approved and washed in the newborn draft. As you can see, guys, he wants to nurse. This is what he does. Look how he throws himself. I love it. You want to nurse? Guys, he wants to nurse. So I'm going to have to let you take a peek at him a little bit more. He's got something in his nose. He's really dry. He's still dry from being born, the doctor said it was. So he has not had like a bath in water. I've just been giving him a sponge bath. Because this man does get a little musty. You get a little musty? You get a little musty? He gets a little musty around like under his neck. But I'm going to have to take him away, guys, because I can't think straight like this. So let me show you Saj one more time. Let me show them you one more time. This is Saj. Are you going to be right or no? He's fed. I don't know why he's acting like this. This is my little Mia. He acts like a man. He only cries when he wants something, so he must need a diaper change. Okay. Or maybe he didn't have enough to eat. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, so that's why my update is a little late, because my son is really, like, I'm trying to get him into a flow, but he's not rocking with it. So right now he's kind of like all over the place. When he sleeps, all over the place. When he eats, all over the place. Nothing has been solidified yet, so it's like causing my life to be mass chaos, because I have 2 other children, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and just so happens that my 4-year-old recently graduated from preschool, so he's moving on up to kindergarten. Round of applause for my little black boy in America. Woo! Make sure that you check out his graduation video, and also make sure you check out his My Son Will Not, you know, Be Raised as Nothing, or something like that. I don't know what the title was called. I forgot, but it's up there. Okay, so things to know about Saj. He's got baby acne. I think it's Charlotte, where we live. Charlotte, North Carolina, in the United States of America, for those of you who are, you know, from another country. Because the water is hard here and the weather is, I don't know, like, it gets really hot, but it's not the heat. But he breaks out every single time we go outside, so I try to keep him inside as much as possible. My other kids did have a form of eczema, not eczema, but a mild form that they said will go away by the time my son, our first child, was 5, and he will be 5, and I haven't seen any sign of it. So I'm not quite sure yet whether or not Saj is suffering from the skin condition that Sharif and Saya have, or if it's heat bumps. But I know that when I put my breast milk, I don't know if you guys have seen, there's a video, baby's first bottle feeding. That video right there, please check out the, click on the iCard and you can find the link there. You'll see when his milk is dripping down his throat, his neck, I'm wiping the breast milk around his face, because breast milk is a healing agent. I don't know what the components are in the breast milk, but it does help to heal scars, psoriasis, bumps, everything. So when I do, you know, think about it, and I put the breast milk around his face, he does, the bumps kind of, they they'll be flared and then they kind of suppress themselves or something. In terms of his thrush, I'm not noticing a huge difference. I'm still seeing it on his tongue, but it's only been 4 days that we've been applying it. I thought that it would be lightening up some, and I noticed like on the outside of his tongue it's definitely clearing up, but in the mid tongue it's not. So he goes for his 6-week checkup next week, Monday, and so I'll give you guys kind of more of what's been going on with him at that point. But as for now, he has not had his shots yet. He is breaking out whenever we go outside. His skin is still very dry from birth. He had a little cradle cap, which they tell you with cradle cap to just like scratch it out of their head. But when you scratch cradle cap out of a baby's hair, their hair comes out. And so I learned with my first son not to scratch it out of his head, but to just apply Vaseline to his hair and continuously rub it. And so it's clearing up. The cradle cap is clearing up all on its own. What else did I want to tell you guys? Side is a really gassy baby. I'm not quite sure. These are things that I don't have the answer to yet, because I'm telling myself with our son, don't get on Dr. Google because I don't want to freak out. But he has been pretty gassy. He burps all the time to be a breastfed baby. That's a little alarming, because I'm wondering like if he has acid reflux or something like that, because breastfed babies don't typically have that much gas, but he's like always gassy. And if he doesn't burp after he's fed, he is kind of cranky. And he's really like out of his bottom too. He's really gassy. A newborn baby at his point, being 5 weeks old, he should be going through doing 4 stools a day. He's still like doing like 8 or 9. He goes quite a bit. Like the size 1s are, you know, we tricking off on them size 1s, pamper. So the newborns, he was in the newborns until about a week ago, and I thought that he would be in them longer because we have so many newborn diapers. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get these diapers, you know, dispersed to shelters and things like that of mothers who may need them. I know it's super weird, but Dad is giving the other kids a shower, and he was trying to like give them a shower with one hand so that I can record. And no, Saj is not. No, he needs to eat. So this is where we're at, because I don't want to lose my vibe. I don't want to lose this in. I want to let you know though while we are on the breastfeeding, this is where he's at. Okay, so when your baby is exclusively breastfeeding, which is what our son is doing, he does take a bottle. I'll let my husband feed him around 4-ish so that I can make dinner, spend a little bonding time, whatever I did not get to do all day long, that's what I take the opportunity to do. So from like 4, I will pump out milk, and then from 4 to 6 or whatever, my husband is with him and I'm doing other things around the house. And it's been working so far. I didn't want to introduce pumping so soon, but what I noticed the baby was doing was he was eating off of one or the other breast. And when he was eating, he would like go to sleep, like right now. Like if you could see his face. See, he's getting tired, and he's only been eating for about 6 minutes. I noticed that when he gets his best rest is when he's eating for like 20 minutes, and he has gone like 20 minutes on a breast. But like right now he's getting lazy with it, and he's kind of like, he's slowly sucking. He's starting to use me as a pacifier. So that was like for me a little bit of a, I couldn't remember how the breastfeeding situation went. But when I did recount, you know, my experiences with the other children, it occurred to me that he's snacking. That's what they call it at the doctor's office. He's snacking. So he's here for 7 minutes. He's there for 2 minutes, and so on and so forth. He'll go to sleep. As soon as I lay him down, now he's out of the comfort of my arms. So now he's waking up. He wants to eat more. And so I found myself nursing like all day long, and I wasn't having an opportunity to do other things in the house, spend time with the kids, make dinner, feed myself. If you do get an opportunity to check out Baby's first feeding, that day it was like 1 o'clock and I still hadn't eaten breakfast, lunch, snack, water, anything, because when he's on me I don't want to, you know, cook or whatever, and I don't want to just put him down and let him cry, because I know that he's crying because he's either hungry or he's wet. He's too young to be spoiled, so something is going on and I can't ignore him. And like I recently just told you guys, he is constantly gassy, so he does lots of nasties, lots of big nasties throughout the day, and I never know when it's there, and so I don't want to ignore him. So he's taking himself off the breast, and it's so cute the way he does it because he kind of just pulls off. Now this must mean that he needs to burp because I don't think he's done eating. At least he doesn't seem like he wants to be done, but he must have a little gas. Yeah, so I'm breastfeeding exclusively, pumping. When I pump, I do it in the morning because that's when you have the most amount of breast milk available. It's in your body, like all night long. I'm like engorged, you know. But I had a hard time getting the milk in. It's not hard. It's very nerve-wracking trying to make sure that your baby is getting enough milk. The best way that I've always been able to measure is how much I'm pumping. So pretty much Saj will get, I think what he was getting was like an ounce or two from one breast, and then he was getting tired and maybe sucking a half ounce out of the other breast. Like now, I just switched him and now he's over it. So I thought initially that maybe I wasn't producing enough milk, but I was not producing enough milk. I was actually producing enough milk, but he's still only a month, so he wasn't taking in as much as I thought he should have been taking in. But the best way to gauge what you're making is to pump. So I pumped, and I'm like, okay, I'm not getting a lot though. And it was at a point where he was constantly like, you know, pulling. This is what he would do. He's like, and he's getting frustrated as he's on my breast. And what it was is I wasn't eating enough food. I know. I eat, I do. But I don't excessively eat. Like I'm not just a snacker. I definitely was not taking in the extra like 500 calories that you need to support a breastfeeding baby. I was not. It's not intentionally. I'm not starving. I'm not trying to keep my body thin, have a thin frame. I'm going to be what I'm going to be. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid to gain weight because I know that I'll lose it. But I'm just not, I just don't eat like unnecessarily. And if I'm out, I don't eat fast food, period. So if I don't have time to sit down for a meal, I will just pass on meals. But that's now changed. So I've been doing a lot more eating. My husband is making me random sandwiches. Like anything that's in sight, I'm constantly trying to eat. I thought that as long as you drink enough water that you would produce milk, but clearly that wasn't the case. And I did suffer with my other two kids as well. Check out my low breast milk video from my second pregnancy, my second baby. It's just breastfeeding. It always come easy to me. My kids latch, thank you God, because I know that a lot of women, you know, they struggle with that. But he does latch. All of them have latched on. I've been able to sustain them with the milk I produce. But I want an influx. I want so much milk, you know, that I'm like, it's like dripping and spilling over. And the only way to get that is to take in more calories. So that's my goal. So if y'all see me starting to get a little bigger, you know, it's because I'm trying to protect and provide, you know, nutrients for our infant. Yeah, so in short, I'm pumping in the morning one time, and I'm using that milk for my son around 3. I know that breast milk can last in the refrigerator for 3 days, in the freezer of the refrigerator for 3 months, and in the deep freezer for 6 months. But breast milk is also it also grows and goes with the baby, the stage that they're in. I don't want to give my son newborn breast milk, you know, next week when he's 6 weeks old and he's, you know, on infant level. And I don't want to give him, you know, 6 week old, you know, whatever. You guys get it. So I haven't began freezing yet. Breast milk is the best milk, but I want to make sure that he's getting the optimal quality milk for the stage he's in. Also, when a baby is sick, the breast milk changes to accommodate, you know, the sick baby. So I just want to make sure I'm doing everything that just is good for him. In addition, what else? What other funny facts are there about you? He's so cool. Like, I don't know. All my kids have proven to be different, but what I like about Saj is he's kind of cool. Like, his temperament so far is mellow, unless he wants something. He seems to, you know, make eye contact pretty good. It's interesting because when baby Sharif comes around, which if this is your first time to the channel, please make sure you go ahead and take this opportunity to subscribe and like this video if you found this information to be informative. But when my son comes around, he'll look up at him, he's gazing at him. You know, my son talks to him, and it is cool. But when our daughter comes, he's like, Like immediately, as soon as he hears her voice, his eye starts kind of like he's bracing himself, and it's because she's 2 and she doesn't know really how to handle him, so she's a little rough, but she's so motherly. She's so good with him. Whenever she doesn't see him for a while, she's like, where's my baby? The other day he did a nasty, and it went through, which is a very common thing for an infant, and it went through on his car seat. And I was so busy cleaning the baby off, and Saya goes, you can't put him back in the chair, there's nasties in the chair. So it's very interesting to see how he interacts with the other kids and how they interact with him. And I'm just really excited to see, you know, them in the future, like what their relationships turn into, because I think it's kind of cool having siblings that are like stair step, you know what I mean, like right behind you. It's the best. It truly is. I will update you guys on anything else I can think of in the 6-week video. At that point I'll know, you know, his head circumference and his weight and, you know, all those doctor terms. But as for now, I'm really just enjoying our time together. It's completely overwhelming most of the time. It's a complete chaos in my household. I'm tired. I'm not getting much self-time, but in 10 years my Thanksgiving gonna be lit. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. I really enjoy talking to you guys. It is like the one thing that I get to do when I'm nursing, sit there and reply to the comments, along with I've been reading more, because it's only so much you can be on Instagram and Snapchat, and I've rearranged my Instagram and just swap the pages around. I'm all over the place. But anyway, oh no, what the, okay, well, you just threw up. That wasn't the way. There he goes, he was smiling. Uh-oh. Say, when something seems bad, turn it around and make everything good. Blessings.